Hi there, welcome back. 441 here. A bit gray out there. Traffic is certainly terrible. We'll get to Adam there in a couple of minutes to help you get out the door this morning, but definitely prepare yourself for a bit of a drive this morning. So for the 5th year in a row, REI closing all of its stores. It's not going to be processing online payments on Black Friday. This goes against the trend where everybody opens all the time for Black Friday. It's an effort to encourage employees and honestly the rest of us to spend more time with family and friends and more time outside. It's called the Opt Outside campaign. It encourages those employees to fight for life outdoors, for life on the planet. But this year, the company's new CEO also pushing to set up an action plan, pushing people to take action steps all next year to reduce our environmental footprint. So this morning, I'm joined by Artz, the CEO of REI. This is your first year as CEO leading this campaign, the Opt Outside campaign, but not a new one for the retailer. But just bring us up to speed if folks aren't familiar with what Opt Outside is.
Opt Outside is a special day for us at REI. It's the day that we speak loudest about what we care most about, which is life outside. We're a purpose-driven organization. We believe in the power of the outdoors. We're here to inspire, enable people to get outside and enjoy the outdoors.
A lot of your competitors are sort of open all the time on Black Friday and things like that.
Yeah.
So 5 years ago, why did you decide this was a thing that REI wanted to do?
You know, it's important for us to lean into our purpose and speak for what we stand for, and that's what this event has been all about. And you know, it's created quite a movement. We have hundreds of organizations that have joined us. We have probably a dozen states that have called us and said, we're inspired by what you're doing. We want to join the movement. We'll open our state parks for free on Friday. And Washington State is one of those states as well. The parks will be open and accessible.
How cool that your organization has inspired something like that. When Black Friday is so associated with consumerism, what kind of things have employees done to get involved in their communities over the last couple of years?
We've always been a community-based organization. We support probably between 400 and 500 nonprofit organizations in every community that we serve. By kicking off this most recent campaign, Opt to Act, so you can go online at rei.com and sign up for 52 weeks of action to support actions that we can all do for climate change. Little things like go bagless when you go to the grocery store. I brought you a cup today. Go cupless when you pick up your coffee in the morning. What are the small acts that we can do to make a difference on the planet relative to climate change and what's happening all around us?
I think we actually have a checklist here, the Opt to Act checklist right here.
Yeah.
I mean, this is really, you definitely kind of began challenging your employees to do this, but this really is for everybody. Whether you're an REI customer or not, you want to inspire all of us to think along these lines.
Yeah, and Black Friday is about Opt to Act. It's a national day of cleanup. REI employees, to your earlier question, have already gathered 10,000 pounds of trash since the campaign was announced just a few weeks ago. So we're inviting everyone to get out there for a National Day of Cleanup. And you don't have to go far. Go to your community park. Go to, you know, the shoreline here. Go to the trailhead. Just bring a trash bag and some work gloves, and let's leave it better than we found it.
I love it. So, I mean, obviously you are an outdoor retailer, but this idea of living your values feels very important to everyone I know that's associated with REI. That seems to be something that you're continuing when it comes to the mission here as well.
Absolutely. You know, as I step into the role and I think about the 80 years that we've existed, thinking a lot about future generations. And as a purpose-driven organization, one of the challenges that I think we all face is climate change. We need the outdoors to be what it is today. You know, I want my children, I want your children to be able to experience the outdoors just as we did when we were growing up. And, you know, what we're doing here is trying to build awareness, raise education, and give people a way to engage in climate change and changing the course of what we all face.
I think this is a great conversation. I want to keep having this conversation. We're out of time on the air, but would you stick around and we tape a little bit of an interview with you and we play it maybe next week?
Sure.
We can ask you about e-commerce. Maybe we can talk about your rental business because I know that's a hot spot.
Love to, yeah.
Awesome. All right, well, let's do it. Artz, thank you very much. It's really a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you. Thanks for having
CEO
me.
of REI, Kent-based outdoor retailer. retailer. If you want more information, rei.com/opt-outside if you would like to go outside, and you probably should on Black Friday. What do we think, MJ? That's probably too far for you to know what the weather is going to hold.
It's a little too far, yeah. But is that where they can find the checklist also for things they can do?
They can,
Yes, indeed.
Okay.